Greetings, companions in search of wisdom and tranquility. Today, in today's teaching, you will learn not to trust some types of people. In these teachings of Stoicism, a philosophy that enables us to face life's challenges with resilience and virtue, we will delve deeper into 8 types of individuals who unwittingly can get in the way of our Stoic path. From the perpetual complainer to the manipulator, each character poses a unique challenge to our mental well-being. As Stoic enthusiasts, we will explore practical strategies to gracefully circumvent these disruptions and strengthen our inner tranquility. So, my fellow Stoics, buckle up for a journey into the art of Stoicism and the subtle art of avoiding those who might hinder our quest for wisdom. Number 1. The complainer. We all have that friend, family member, or co-worker who seems to find faults in everything, whether it's the weather, work, or even the food at a popular restaurant. They never miss an opportunity to express their dissatisfaction. Now, you might wonder why this should concern me. I can simply ignore them. Well, that's easier said than done. Constant exposure to this negativity has a draining effect on your mental well-being. It's akin to a leaking faucet, slowly depleting your reservoir of emotional energy. Stoicism teaches us to focus on practical solutions rather than dwelling on problems. For instance, imagine you're collaborating on a project with someone who complains incessantly. Every meeting turns into an exhaustive session of grievances, with no constructive dialogue. The impact on team morale is negative, and you veer away from finding actionable solutions. How does Stoicism help us deal with a complainer? There are several strategies you can employ. First, limit your exposure to this person whenever possible. If that's not possible, perhaps because they're a family member or colleague, the second option is to distance yourself mentally during their diatribes. Think of their complaints as a passing storm, loud and disruptive, but ultimately temporary and powerless against the unshakable mountain that is your own inner tranquility. The third option is to steer the conversation towards solutions or change the subject to something more constructive. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This timeless Stoic wisdom encourages us to diligently protect our mental peace, ensuring that the negativity of chronic complainers doesn't divert us from our Stoic path of resilience and virtue. Personality type number 2, the drama magnet. Imagine sailing through life like a ship navigating calm waters, but then you encounter the whirlpool known as the drama magnet. This person seems to have an endless series of crises, conflicts, or controversies, and like a whirlpool, they have a disturbing ability to suck you into the vortex of their chaos. You might initially be drawn to the drama magnet's energy, confusing it with passion or excitement. However, you'll soon realize that being in their sphere is like navigating a ship through a storm, exhausting and dangerous. What makes dealing with drama magnets so complicated is that their crises often seem like your own. Their chaos is contagious. You might even find yourself embroiled in conflicts in which you had no initial involvement. Consider a practical example. You have a friend who frequently clashes with others in their social circle. Today, they're not speaking to Sarah. Tomorrow, it's Tom. Your friend seeks advice, but you notice that this cycle never ends, and suddenly you find yourself at odds with Sarah or Tom because you tried to intervene. In this case, you can employ a strategy called reflective listening. Instead of offering advice or taking sides, mirror their words back to them. For example, if they say, "I can't believe Sarah said that about me," you can respond with, "So you feel betrayed by Sarah's words." This technique allows you to offer emotional support without getting entangled in the drama. Another approach, which may seem contradictory, is to become selectively unavailable. Stoicism reminds us to value our time, and sometimes that means being unavailable for other people's recurring, unresolved crises. Turn off your phone during certain hours. Create focus periods where you exclusively concentrate on your work or personal development, and make it clear that during these times you don't wish to be disturbed. To paraphrase Seneca, true happiness is enjoying the present without anxious dependence on the future. This can be particularly useful when dealing with drama magnets. Instead of anxiously wondering what the next crisis will be, focus on the present moment, where you have control. Enjoy your life and don't let it be disturbed by someone else's drama. Make it a point to sail your ship calmly, avoiding whirlpools that threaten your journey towards personal growth and tranquility. Personality type number 3, the pessimist. Imagine you're an artist painting a canvas. Each brushstroke adds color, depth, and life to your vision. Enter the pessimist. This person always finds the negative side of things. They may devalue your achievements, undermine your confidence, and cast a constant shadow over your aspirations. Fighting against this type of negativity can be draining, but there are strategies to deal with the pessimist in your life. First and foremost, it's important to establish healthy boundaries. Don't let their negativity invade your own perspective. Maintain a positive mindset and defend your accomplishments. Additionally, practice empathy. Try to understand the reasons behind their pessimism and, if possible, help them see the positive side of situations. Remember that their negativity doesn't define your reality. Stay focused on your goals and continue painting your own canvas with vibrant and inspiring colors. Personality type number 4, the negativist. They walk into your studio, glance at your work, and immediately start criticizing it. Are you sure about this color? It doesn't look realistic. You know most artists never get it right. Their words, like strokes of gray paint, begin to erase your vibrant canvas. This isn't the standard constructive criticism, which can be valuable. Instead, it's a persistent aura of doubt and negativity. For example, imagine you're excited about pursuing a new career path. You've done your research, spoken to professionals in the field, and maybe even taken some preliminary courses. When you share your enthusiasm with the negativist, they quickly list all the reasons why it won't work. The market is too competitive, you don't have the right skills, and what if you fail? Soon, their doubts start to sound like your own, and the self-assured vision you had begins to waver. How do you deal with a negativist, especially when they might be someone close to you? An unconventional yet effective method is to seek advice from them instead of just sharing your plans or aspirations. When people are put in an advisory role, they are less likely to attack your ideas directly and may offer more constructive feedback. Another method involves flipping the script through a technique called positive confrontation. Instead of absorbing their negativity, challenge them to think of solutions. If they say you'll never successfully change careers at this stage, counter with an intriguing perspective. How do they think someone could successfully make a career change? This not only deflects negativity, but also encourages a more constructive form of conversation. Remember the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus: "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listening doesn't mean absorbing everyone's negativity, it means discerning valuable input from mere noise. When negativists start to cloud your canvas with their shadows of doubt, take a step back, listen, reflect, and continue painting your own life with the colors that speak to you. Don't let anyone turn your vibrant masterpiece into a dull gray landscape. Personality type number 5, the toxic positivist. You know this person. They always exude sunshine, rainbows, and endless emojis. They are the ones who tell you to simply be happy when you're going through a tough time, dismissing your feelings and experiences with a careless wave. They are the ones who claim that positivity is the key, regardless of the situation. However, the reality is that we can't always just ignore our challenges and difficulties. Sometimes we need to face and deal with our emotions instead of suffocating them with superficial optimism. How do you deal with a toxic positivist? First, it's important to establish healthy boundaries. Kindly let them know that while you appreciate their positivity, you need space to process your own emotions more realistically. Additionally, educate them on the importance of acknowledging and accepting a full range of emotions, not just the positive ones. Show them that emotional authenticity is crucial for true well-being. Remind them that it's okay to feel sadness, anger, or frustration, and that these emotions are also part of the human experience. Ultimately, it's essential to maintain a healthy balance between optimism and realism, recognizing and validating all emotions, both positive and negative. This allows for genuine emotional growth and a deeper understanding of oneself and others. Don't let the toxicity of superficial positivity obscure the richness and complexity of your true emotional experiences. Personality type number 6, the manipulator. Imagine your life as a movie script. You are the main character and have an idea of how your story should unfold where the twists are, who your allies and mentors are, and how your final act will be. Enter the manipulator, the shadowy producer who subtly rewrites your script without you noticing until the day you realize your story has veered off course. The manipulator is skilled in the art of emotional or psychological maneuvers. They may use flattery, emotional manipulation, or even lies to steer you in a direction that benefits them. Perhaps you have a friend who always manages to make you pay for dinner, saying something like, "You know, I've had a tough month and you're so successful. It wouldn't make much of a difference to you, but it would brighten my day." Over time, you realize your generosity is being exploited, but confronting them feels uncomfortable because they framed it as doing a favor for a friend in need. Dealing with a manipulator can be a tricky business. One method to neutralize their tactics is what some experts call fogging. This technique involves agreeing with any truth in the manipulator's statements, but refusing to be swayed by emotional coercion. If they say you're so successful that you should pay for dinner, you could respond, "You're right that I've been doing well, but let's split the bill," as we usually do. Another approach is to establish clear boundaries and enforce them. If the manipulator wants you to lend money or commit to tasks you're not comfortable with, learn to say no assertively. Keep your tone calm and your words clear. "I can't lend money, but I'm here to offer emotional support," sets a boundary while maintaining the friendship. Drawing inspiration from Stoic thinking, Epictetus warned us that we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. The manipulator thrives on your predictable reactions, manipulating your kindness, guilt, or desire for approval. By choosing to respond differently, you are taking back control of your script. So if you find a manipulator meddling in your life, remember that you hold the pen. Your story is yours to write, and while the cast may include a variety of characters, the protagonist's journey, your journey, should always be guided by your values and decisions. Reclaim your script, and don't let anyone manipulate the narrative of your life. Personality type number 7, the emotional vampire. Imagine your daily routine as a carefully crafted symphony. Each part, from the gentle chords to the dramatic moments, contributes to the harmony of your life. Now enter the emotional vampire. This person drains your emotional energies, leaving you feeling depleted and worn out. The emotional vampire is the one who constantly seeks attention, compassion, and support, absorbing your positive emotions while leaving behind a sense of emotional exhaustion. They may always have a problem, a crisis, or an urgent need that demands your constant attention. Whether it's a friend who is always facing personal dramas or a co-worker who consistently unloads their worries onto you, the emotional vampire leaves a trail of emotional fatigue wherever they go. Dealing with an emotional vampire requires the ability to set firm boundaries. Be clear about the time and energy you can dedicate to them without compromising your own emotional well-being. Additionally, it's important to cultivate empathy without letting yourself be drained. Acknowledge their emotions, but don't absorb their emotional burden as your own. Sometimes, saying no is an act of self-compassion. Draw inspiration from Stoic philosophy to maintain your inner peace when dealing with an emotional vampire. Remember that you cannot control others' actions, only your own response to them. By setting boundaries, practicing empathy with discernment, and reminding yourself of your own emotional autonomy, you preserve the harmony of your daily symphony, shielding yourself from the drain caused by the emotional vampire. Personality type number 8, the challenger. Imagine an intrepid chess player in the storyline of your life. This is the challenger. They don't simply accept circumstances as given, but constantly seek new paths, posing questions and breaking with convention. This individual challenges norms, expectations, and even their own limitations. The challenger might be that friend who always questions the status quo, stimulating deep and reflective conversations. It could also be a co-worker who, instead of accepting traditional methods, is constantly proposing innovations and improvements. Sometimes, the challenger might even be yourself, consistently seeking personal growth and challenging yourself to reach new heights. Dealing with the challenger may require flexibility and an open mind, as they can challenge your own perspectives and preconceived ideas. However, this person brings with them a valuable quality: the ability to stimulate critical thinking and promote continuous development. By incorporating Stoic philosophy, the challenger can find fertile ground for their explorations. Stoics value wisdom and self-improvement, encouraging the constant pursuit of knowledge and the courage to challenge conventions when necessary. Therefore, when encountering the challenger in the plot of your life, embrace the opportunity for growth and learning that they offer. This type of person can be a catalyst for your journey towards Stoic resilience and wisdom, awakening Stoic resilience with the challenger. In the tapestry of existence, each encounter is a unique piece, a musical score that unfolds with the ebb and flow of relationships. And when the challenger crosses our path, it reveals itself as a special chapter in the epic of self-discovery. Encountering the challenger in the storyline of life is akin to opening an ancient tome of Stoic philosophy, finding inspiration for our journey within its yellowed pages. The Stoics, sages of antiquity, revered wisdom as a beacon and self-improvement as a compass. They encouraged the relentless pursuit of knowledge and the intrepid courage to challenge conventions when the call of truth resonated. On this ephemeral stage, the challenger is the herald of Stoic virtue, urging us to transcend the boundaries of the ordinary. They emerge as the architect of bridges between what we are and what we can become. Their presence calls us to leave the comfort zone, question ingrained certainties, and dare to face the unknown. Stoic philosophy, with its robust ethics, reminds us that life is a constant learning experience, a journey of self-transcendence. When confronted by the challenger, we are challenged to embrace the opportunity for growth unfolding before us. They become not just a character in the plot, but a mentor in the school of resilience and Stoic wisdom. Thus, by accepting the challenger's presence in the narrative of life, we weave the threads of a journey marked by overcoming and the conquest of new inner heights. It's not merely about accepting the challenge, but finding beauty in the transformation it inspires. In this duet between the ephemeral and the eternal, between challenge and acceptance, the challenger becomes the conductor of our personal symphony. They remind us that, in the pursuit of resilience, each challenge is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and truer to ourselves. As we close the chapter that the challenger writes in our lives, we also rewrite our own narrative. We are the architects of our resilience, the builders of our wisdom, and in the dawn of each new encounter, we greet not just the challenger, but the promise of growth that it carries. In this kaleidoscope of experiences, we rise as perpetual learners, guided by Stoic philosophy that reminds us life is a journey, and the journey, however challenging, is the true reward. So let us thank the challenger, for in their tireless quest, we find the echoes of Stoic teachings resonating through the ages, reminding us that true resilience arises from the constant dialogue between the soul and the challenge, between wisdom and overcoming. In every chapter of life, may we honor the eternal essence of the challenger residing within us.